WRVA.com. I'm Gary Hess, News Radio WRVA, the voice of Virginia.
James River, sunrise in the city glowing, RVA waking and the day starts rolling. Brush your teeth, lace your boots, let's move. WRVA's got your morning groove. Wake up rich and win the day. Don't spend your morning playing catch up. Richmond's morning news, we're here with you. 6 a.m., let's start it up.
Hey, 6:03 this morning here on News Radio WRVA. It is Wednesday, July 15th, the year of our Lord 2026. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got a lot to cover here on the program today. My name is Rich Herrera, Super Dave, behind the glass, our executive producer, and of course, Gary Hess will bring you news and sports all morning long. Hope everybody's having the beginning of this, hump day. Should we just start screaming hump day as loud as we can, Dave? Just to bring the energy level up this morning around Richmond?
Do whatever you got to do.
Okay, whatever you got to do to get the energy going this morning, because it is Wednesday. It is going to be hot today. Not warm, it's going to be hot today. So whatever we can do to help you get there in the morning, well, that's what we do here on Richmond's Morning News. So, like I said, I've got a lot to get to today on the program. We'll talk about the wastewater situation in Chesterfield. Richmond doesn't want to help anymore. We'll get into that for you. The Democratic Socialists of America have now just laid it all out on the table for you. Why are your kids embracing communism? We'll talk about that on the program today as well. And is it ever a good idea to name drop? Is that okay? All of that's on the agenda today for Richmond's Morning News. So let's start how we do every morning. We give you 5 things you need to know, top 5 stories. We call it Richmond's Morning News Brief. As you get up, you're going on your walk, or you're just kind of rallying to get out of bed to jump in the shower. Here we go with Richmond's Morning News Brief. Number 1 story, the president reverses his idea of charging a fee of 20% for safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz. Here's the latest from Fox News.
Number 1.
The new 7-hour-long bombardment took place as the United States reimposed a blockade on Iranian ports. U.S. Central Command says fighter aircraft, drones, and naval vessels launched precision munitions. They targeted Iran's missile and drone sites, naval capabilities, and coastal defense systems. Iran says the resurgence in fighting has cost 30 lives there and wounded more than 260. The blockade is an attempt to weaken Iran economically, but President Trump has gone back on a threat to impose a 20% fee on all shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
We'll talk about that a little bit later with an expert from the American First Policy Institute here on Richmond's Morning News. All right, story number 2, the Democratic Socialists of America. Well, we used to say not to be confused with the Democratic Party, but since they have somehow managed to infiltrate the Democratic Party and now are part of the establishment of the Democratic Party, and you don't see a lot of people outside of John Fetterman nationally distancing themselves from the DSA, thought we'd share this with you. The Democratic Socialists of America unveiled their new national platform, and it's called Workers Deserve More. Amongst the proposals in here, this is them, not me. This is them, not me. Replace the presidency with an executive selected by Congress and subordinate to Congress, something closer to a parliamentary-style prime minister. They also want to replace the current Supreme Court structure with a judiciary chosen by and accountable to Congress. They want to abolish the Electoral College and move towards a national popular vote system. And how about this one? Eliminate the United States Senate, which the DSA participants criticized as undemocratic and unrepresentative, and concentrate much more governing power in the House or a future national legislation. We'll talk about this at 9 o'clock with my very good friend, Dr. Richard Bilas, economics professor. It's so amazing when you look at these clowns, and I'm going to call them clowns, of the DSA. So many of them are silver spoon kids that grew up in posh luxury. Zorhan Mamdani, his mom, is a very successful filmmaker. His dad, a tenured professor. He didn't grow up poor like I did. He didn't grow up out in the middle of the country. No, he grew up in the lap of luxury, yet he's leading the Democratic Socialists of America. I saw this story about the 2 activists that found Graham Plattner Just remember Graham Planter, their everyday, regular, blue-collar guy like you and I, who happened to have so much going on. He had to drop out of the race. Well, he was actually recruited by 2 young DSA members who want to stand up against the billionaires, the oligarchy, and, you know, all the rich folks that they think are keeping them down. Turns out, when I did a little bit of research, one of these 2, and if you've heard it, you've probably seen him online. He's the guy with the vocal fry who talks like this. His dad was the founder of Toys R Us. I mean, so many of these Democratic socialists end up going to the Williams and Mary of the world. They come from affluent families, but they were promised something. Hey, go to this right school, get good grades, and when you get done, you'll be just as successful at the age of 22 as your mom and dad were, even though they worked 50 years to earn everything they've gotten. But I don't have what my mom and dad have. Therefore, capitalism sucks, and I'm going to be a communist. We're going to talk about that with Dr. Bilas a little bit later on the program. All right, story number 3. Chesterfield has got this dump that's leaking toxic water. And everybody wants to kind of say, hey, we shouldn't do that. And they want to point a finger here, but nobody seems to want to figure out what to do with it. And more bureaucrats getting involved, which means we're not going to get anything fixed on that anytime soon. That's our third big story of the morning.
Number 3.
All right, so we've talked about this, and we talked with Glenn Sturdivant, member of the General Assembly. Chesterfield County has a bankrupt dump that is leaking toxic water. They call it leachate into, well, they want to keep it out of the water system. And because the owners of the dump went bankrupt and they didn't have a trust fund to take care of it, it's actually been turned over actually to a trust. They're trying to figure out how to fix this. Now, the state gave them $11 million, but it looks like it's going to take like $178 million to fix that thing where it's not going to be leaking water or any toxins into the environment. So right now, and I've asked this question, nobody's gotten back to me yet. They're having to take the wastewater and truck it every day out of there. So when it rains or things start to decompose, there's like a sludge that comes off of it. Some of it's been sent into Richmond to a facility, and now the city of Richmond says, no, you can't dump that here anymore. So now they're going to have to take it somewhere else. It's going to cost more. The cost of this keeps going up, and we're just putting Band-Aids over the top of it with no real idea on how to fix this thing at all. And it continues, and it's just poor leadership. It's a big deal. Somebody needs to stand up and be a leader and say, this is what we're going to do and quarterback this thing. But it seems like leadership in the Commonwealth of Virginia is there's not a lot of it right now. So we're going to talk about this coming up on the program today. You need to be aware of this. All right, story number 4. I got a question for you, Super Dave. Have you ever dropped the name like, hey, I'm Super Dave. I work at WRVA. I work with Rich Herrera. Do you ever name drop?
No, that wouldn't get me anywhere.
What?
If I drop Rich Herrera?
Hey, do you know who I am?
No.
I'm Super Dave. You might have heard about me on the radio.
I know Rich Herrera would probably get me beaten up.
Okay. This weekend, or last weekend, they had that big golf tournament, the celebrity golf tournament in Lake Tahoe. You ever see that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's going on now, isn't it?
No, they just finished this
weekend.
Weekend.
They just finished? Okay.
So Brett Baer, remember we had Brett Baer on the program?
Yeah, sure.
And he was all excited because he's going to go play in this, like Steph Curry plays in it, Charles Barkley, all these celebrities playing it. So four of my buddies go, and Brett Baer is about to tee off. So they start screaming, hey, Rich Herrera says hello. Hey, Rich Herrera says hello. And they're just heckling him with this. Finally, he turns around and he goes, who? And then, of course, they have to capture that. And they said to me, like, yeah, you think you're such a big shot. Brett Baer didn't even know who you are. I'm like, what are you guys dropping my name over there for? I didn't even go on the road trip with you. So the question is, when is it okay to name drop? There is the governor of Nevada. He name dropped when he got pulled over. Is this cool or not?
Number 4.
How you doing, sir? Sergeant Pacheco, Metro Police. The reason I'm stopping you is for the... I'm aware. For the red light violation back there. your right turn onto Giles here. So you're good to go, sir. Appreciate you. Have a good day. Wow.
Do you hear at the end the police officer goes, "Wow"? I didn't realize that was a way to get out of a ticket. You get pulled over. I guess if you could just go, "Come on, man," and oh, I'm sorry, you said, "Come on, man." Automatically, I'm going to let you out of this ticket. The governor needs to apologize profusely. Seriously, I'm Joe Lombardo. Come on, man. Oh, then by all means, that means you shouldn't have to follow any of our traffic laws in Las Vegas. Wow. We'll talk about that coming up in the program today. And Dave, you know what today is, don't you?
Yes, I do.
What?
National Hot Dog.
National Hot Dog Day. Hit it.
Number 5.
Start with some meat, all ground up fine. Beef, pork, chicken, turkey in line. Garlic and paprika, mustard and salt. Coriander and nutmeg join the flavor of salt. A little corn syrup, starch to hold tight. Curing agents help keep the color just right. Mystery ingredients, but you eat them anyway. Enjoy your National Hot Dog Day.
I'm going on the record. I love hot dogs. So, couple things. Gary Hess doesn't eat hot dogs.
That's not American.
Yeah. Dave only eats hot dogs if they're grilled.
Yeah, and they have to be burnt just right.
Yeah, well done hot dogs are better than anything else.
I'm not Joey Chestnut. I don't like them that much.
You don't like them boiled?
No, I don't at all.
How about like dirty water New York hot dogs out of the cart?
Those are okay.
Well,
they're not my favorite.
It's more the novelty.
Yeah.
So if you're going by a guy's hot dog cart out in front of Home Depot, will you get one?
No, I'll go somewhere else.
Like yesterday, I went to Hunting Hawk Golf Course because that's where we're going to have our big golf tournament, and they had hot dogs. And I was like, oh, do I want a hot dog? I wasn't hungry, but I actually thought about getting the hot dog just for fun.
You weren't hungry, but you just thought about just buying one just
eating
just
hot
because
dog.
you had money burning in your pocket.
Just for fun because they look so delicious.
Well, if they look good, yeah. Well, you would have ate it. So it wasn't like you were
and I would have enjoyed
starving.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So here's my big question. 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140. Hot dogs, thumbs up, thumbs down. I just need to know because, Dave, I meet more people that are anti-hot dog than I ever thought I had in my life. There are people out there that are just like, I want to eat a hot dog. And those that say, oh, I don't want to eat a hot dog. You know what's in a hot dog? Stop.
Doesn't matter.
Stop trying to tell me what's inside a hot dog, grossing me up because you have an anti-hot dog attitude. Those people are the worst. Those people are the absolute worst. I'm like, well, you know what's in a hot dog? No, because I'm not a butcher, but I know they taste good and you don't need to ruin it for me. You know what that is, Dave? That's like somebody who tells a kid there is no such thing as a Santa Claus. And by the way, kids, if you're listening in the car with your parents right now, I don't know what you're doing up at 616, but there is a Santa Claus. That person who told you that is a big jerk. They're also the same ones that say they don't like hot dogs. Just had to get that off my chest. Today's program brought to you apart by A+ Roofing. A+ Roofing. I keep telling you, I keep